So this summer, we have a lot of really interesting energy going on. And I want to pause and give a moment for that because there has been a series of events over the last, I would say, like 2.5 months of a lot of shifting and moving on, transitions, people leaving this plane of existence and going on very abruptly, very unexpectedly. And I know that there's a lot of energy that's shifting for a lot of people in their personal lives. So I say this often, but I feel like probably now is really a good time for us to all just kind of really give ourselves a break as much as possible and be really, really gentle with ourselves, be really, really gentle with the people around you. Give grace everywhere, even to the biggest jerk. Give grace, because I don't know what's happening, but something feels different, and I'm seeing like a cascade, like a domino effect of things in lives. So this is really an important time for us that come together in a space to share energy and to try to meditate together, which is an incredible practice, an important practice, something that gives us the ability to be able to, I talk about this often, but like we link arms when we meditate in a group and we share each other's energy, and we do this in a way that we obviously feel safe enough to continue to do this week after week after week, because we know that it brings up good things for us. It brings us into a higher state of vibration, and that's important. And so with that and who we are and other people like us out there, I think more so than anybody else, not like we're extra special or anything like that, but we need to be the people that give a lot of people grace, okay? Lots of grace. Lots of grace for ourselves and lots of grace for other people, I feel like. That's just really important. So the theme this month is Ignite. And I've talked about this last week, just that whole idea of the ignition, the igniting, the lighting of something, and where the come from is. And I kind of want to go a little bit deeper on the come from. When we think about what that means to have a come from, what does it mean to have a come from? So if I'm a reactive person and I find myself getting angry and I spout off really, really quickly, there's always a come from. There is that ignition that brought all of that about. Maybe it's childhood trauma. Maybe it's the way that I'm just conditioned to respond because that was how everybody in my house responded, right? Maybe it's, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we have all of them. We all do. We all have the reasons. But when we are sitting with things, I really am trying to encourage people to try to feel more where their personal come from is. It's very easy to project outward and to blame outwardly for things. You know, this person triggered me. This person's a jerk. That did that, blah, 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 right? It's really easy for us to kind of like shift out blame and push it outward away from us. But and I'm not saying that those things aren't real. We all deal with like jerky people in our lives. We all deal with people who dysregulate us on a regular basis. But we have an internal responsibility to ourselves not to react too quickly. And this is where this idea of my personal come from is really starts to become more and more and more important. If I'm feeling this sense, and I'm really pushing this stuff because like I said, I'm not a doomsdayer. I'm not a prophesier of garbage. I'm not any of those things, and I don't claim to be. I just feel energy all day long. I feel energy on people, and I feel a rhythm and a consistency on things, and I pick up on things, and I see a trend. And when I see a trend, I feel like we should all be thinking then, okay? And so it's a really important time for us to like start to really dial into what are the things that are triggering us and what are the things that are like in my nervous system, so that I'm not the reactive one, so that I'm not the, I don't want to be the blame of somebody else's garbage either. I want to be able to be free from that. So as we're kind of going in today into meditation, we're really just going to be focusing on our bodies so that we can feel and be acquainted with the body in a way that like our senses can speak to us. Our bodies are beautiful things. They will tell you when you're dysregulated. They will tell you instantaneously. Menopause, I've said this a million times, menopause has been the coolest gift. It sucks so bad. And it's so cool. As soon as my thoughts go anywhere that they shouldn't go, in a second, I instantly get a hot flash. I was telling Chris that when I get ready for, he bought me this little fan, this Ryobi fan with like one of the batteries that you recharge, like you should like, you connect it to your shop thing, and like that's in the bathroom so that when I'm getting ready, because I'm just like, I gotta like sit here and cool myself off the whole time. But it doesn't, that sweat ball doesn't show up until I'm about to put my mascara on every day. I don't know what it is. I get like all the way through, blow dry my hair, everything's good. Something happens about the time I go to put my mascara on and I get the worst hot flash and I'm soaking wet. Like to the point where I can't even put anything like in my hair. I blew dry it, now it's like all stuck down on my face, like everything is a mess. And what it is I'm usually running late by the time I'm putting my mascara on. I have exactly 15 minutes to get to work. So, that's really what's happening. And it's causing me to have a hot flash, okay? So that's why it's like we go through these things. Our body is speaking to us constantly. It's constantly speaking to us. The dysregulation, when it shows up, it'll show up in my jaw and my neck. I'm a very stubborn person. I like things the way I like them. And so my neck gets stiff and I can't see other people's perspective very easily, even though that's what I do for a living. I still, in my personal life, it's like it shows up. And then I get this really, really bad pain in there. And I'm like, who am I like annoyed at, or who am I like feeling like they're wrong and I'm so right? As soon as I put a voice to it, as soon as I recognize it, it will go away. That's how quick our body responds. If you're honest with yourself and you're real with yourself, it will go away, okay? So that's why tonight when we go to meditate, I'd want you guys to get really dialed into your body so that as we're starting to come into these situations, I'm with a coworker, I'm with my partner, I'm at the grocery store, I'm at Costco, God forbid, and, like, I can't. I always think to myself, like, you people would be nice somewhere else. You have to be. Here, this place sucks. But, like, out somewhere else, they must be nice. So we have to really feel into what's happening in our body. As soon as you recognize it and you name it, it is the essence of letting yourself be seen. Once you see and recognize that part of you that is dysregulated and you sit with it, it will go away and you will not respond in a negative way to your people around you. I promise you. Okay? So that's what we're going to do tonight. All right? All right, so everybody sit nice and tall. Let's all, once we get settled in, take a nice deep breath in. And then let it fall out. Okay. And just breathe naturally for a little bit. Okay, let's do that again. One big giant deep inhale in. And then let it fall out. All right. So we'll go ahead and make sure that our posture is in the place where we need it to be, envisioning that the crown of the head is being pulled toward the ceiling as if a marionette, pulling up so that the back of the neck gets long, which will make the chin tuck slightly. Eyes gently closed so that there is almost an essence of a little bit of light coming in through the slits of the eyes. Jaw loose, tongue loose. I like the smile on the face because it actually resets the nervous system, and it also puts different muscles in activation in your face. It also releases the meridian at the point underneath your nose, between your upper lip and your nose. So the shoulders are back. And down a little bit. And then your sits bones are rooted into your seat. And then however you want to have your hands, if you want them palms face up, palms face down, chin mudra with your thumb and index finger, or sitting with your hands in your lap with your left under right for feminine energy, right under left for masculine energy, whatever feels good to you. So now, as we're seated, just do like a last little body scan, starting at the top of the head, just being really aware if there's any discomfort in the head, or any awareness of anything in the forehead, behind the eyes, the right side of the head, the left side of the head. Any discomfort in the jaw or in your ears. Your chin, your teeth, and your neck. And the right shoulder or the left shoulder. Down the back. The low back. Anything in the chest. Left side of the chest. The right side of the chest. Solar plexus. Abdomen. Pelvis. Glutes. Your legs. So now that we've brought awareness to the entire body, I just want you, if there is any spot in your body that feels uncomfortable in any way, we're going to just take a time to breathe into it. And what I mean by that is you will literally direct your intention and your breath in and out of that spot. So for instance, if your low back is hurting you, It's as if you're going to imagine that the inhale is coming up through that low back and the exhale is going out through the low back, wherever anything that shows up at all. If you don't have anything that shows any whisper of discomfort in your body, then just continue to breathe with your intention on your third eye. Now, oftentimes when we do those types of exercises and we bring the breath to those spots, the discomfort tends to dissipate. Follow your body. If anything else is uncomfortable, just do the same exercise in that spot. And then just allow yourself to move from location to location. And again, if there's no discomfort in your body, just continue to breathe in and out of your third eye. If you have an area of your body that doesn't seem to clear very easily, imagine white light being mixed with that breath. Now, just bring your awareness to your breathing and the inhales and the exhales, the expansion and contraction of your lungs and your diaphragm. take these last few moments to really enjoy the richness of that. And then you can break your concentration on that and just bring your awareness to the tip of your nose. And you can start to bring a little bit of movement into the body when you're ready. And then, of course, your eyes are the very last thing to come back up. Okay. So did anybody have pain? And then were you able to chase it away a little bit with the breathing? Yeah? Yeah? Good. Good. So I have a theory about cockroaches. When you turn the light on, what do the cockroaches do? They run away. They scatter. And the same thing with the boogeyman. The boogeyman, you turn the lights on, the boogeyman goes away. Okay? So if we put the light on the things that are bothering us, they do go away. It's very weird. And so what I've noticed, and this is happening more and more and more, especially in my session work, and it's always been this way, if I can get the client to say the opposite of what I hear inside their body, we can usually transmute it and shift it, and it will go away. Okay? But recently, it's almost gotten to the fact that, like, as long as I can just even have a conversation with them and they will, like, acknowledge it somehow, and it's the same thing. It's like it's just the energy is just moving just in the awareness of it. So it's really cool. So this energy is kind of shifting and moving faster and faster for all of us if we just acknowledge and be real. I feel like everything is just like be real, you know? No spiritual bypassing, no BS, no blah, 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 no foo-foo, just be real, okay? And sometimes real isn't very pretty. And sometimes real, we have to own some things that we don't necessarily want to own. But that's okay too. Because the sooner we do that, karma clears, and it starts clearing really, really quick. So, and that's what I want for everybody. I have a girlfriend that she's in her 70s, and she has had a very interesting and very colorful life. The last couple of times I've worked on her, it's really cool. And I don't know what this means, and I could be 100% wrong, but I don't feel like she has any more karma to clear up. It's super strange. And I've told her that. I was like, man, whatever's happening here, like, this is some ice cream that's like the best. I don't think you have any more things to clear up. She's like, cool, I'm not coming back. But, you know, it's really interesting. And so I think it can be done, but there is an acknowledgement. Everything revolves around the acknowledgement of it. Flip the light on so the cockroaches will go away. Okay? All right, so a couple announcements that we have. For those of you that love Ashtanga, Lisa and I are both like, and Quint, all three of us. Ashtanga is the coolest. Okay, so Ashtanga, there once was a man named, so there's two lineages, right? There's the Iyengar and there's the Ashtanga. So you have BKS Iyengar said everything is about form and alignment, and Patabi Joyce was more focused on strength. And so, but they all, Krishnamacharya was,
we're talking about yoga.
Yeah, so Krishnamacharya was their teacher. And when they split, and granted they came from him at different times in his life too, but one was focused on form and alignment. So that is what Carlin teaches. So there's no music, and everything is precision based. really focused on each little thing. Then Ashtanga, also precision-based, but really focused on power and strength. So also no music. And so all flow classes that everybody takes right now comes from Ashtanga. So if you are a flow class person and you want to know how to be better at flow classes, take these little classes if you can sneak out of work or whatever with Kelly, because you will understand the mechanics of what goes into each one of those poses. Then when you go and you take a flow class and it moves and it's like more like a dance because it's moving kind of fast, you actually know where the foundation of those movements came from. Ditch work and go. You'll love it. You'll love it. With your type A personality, you'll geek out on it. So, right? Because it is like if you have type A personality, you geek out on it like nobody's business. You can't help it. So, it's like, but it is hard. Okay. Now, moving on. I have kids yoga on the 8th. There was another improv class. If you didn't get an opportunity to sign up for it last time, we have another one on the 8th, Saturday the 8th, and I'm already into August, but I'm doing that for a very specific reason. We're having a kind of like a mini retreat August 14th and 15th, and I want to just explain it really fast because the early bird pricing ends the 1st, so I want to make sure that I tell you guys about it. So we are going to be doing, it'll be me, Chris, my husband, Nestle, our astrologer, and Quentin. These are the things that we will be offering you. On Friday night, you have to schedule an appointment ahead of time for an intimate setting of you will be coming to my house and we will be doing a bowl work with you and a reset protocol with your nervous system. Then that sets you up for Saturday. Then on Saturday, you will come here. We'll be together for quite a while. We'll be here from like 1 o'clock in the afternoon until 9 o'clock at night. You'll get fed, don't worry. There will be some yoga. There will be meditation woven throughout the day. There will be, this is very important. Well, I'll tell you what Nestle is going to be doing. Nestle is going to be giving you a rundown on how to understand your chart. Like, how do you understand what happens in the sky and with your astrology? How does that even work? How is it even applicable? What does any of that mean? So she's going to give you a little class on that, and she's going to give you 2 months of your charts. So that's huge. So then you at least know what's going on for you for the next 2 months. Like, these are the things, these are the transits, and you'll understand what that means. And then we will be doing the authentic relating classes. So if you have communication issues and you want to learn how to communicate better with the people around you, this will be a really cool thing for you to do. And all of this will be tied in and woven in together. And then we will be doing some hypnosis as well to kind of anchor everything in. So it's a really cool way, to be able to get all of these practices in 2 days' time. I'm not big on like going away retreats where we go and we put you in a fake reality and then you go back to your crappy ass life and you don't have anything to like ground you in reality. But I do believe that if you have tools, and that's what ZenLife is. ZenLife is one ginormous box of tools for you to take advantage of 7 days a week. And so if you have tools on how to be able to do things differently in your life, I believe that when people can do things differently and they know it's better for them, they usually will do it. Okay, so that's all that is. It's just an opportunity for you to we're going to spoon feed this to you, and then you can come back here and continue to implement it in your life on a regular basis. Okay? So there's only 12 spots available. And we did that by design because we don't want it to be like a fiasco and too much energy. Because you get too many people, you get too much energy, and then it's like everybody's bouncing off of each other's nervous systems, and that's not cool. So, okay?
Please.
Please.
We picked those dates specifically too because, the beginning of the year, people are super excited, and they, especially even with spiritual goals, you kind of go, okay, I'm going to change, I'm going to be a different person, right? And then life gets in the way, you get busy, and then by April, you've kind of, it's done, right? And then the kids get out of school, and then you're like, I have no time for anything now. And so we picked this specifically because by November, people are already saying, oh, I can't prioritize things because I have the holidays coming up. But then we're just getting at this point where the kids are back in school, and this is an opportunity for you to kind of reset and say, okay, how do I want the last 5 months of the year really to end, and who do I want to be preparing to move into 2027? Which I know it seems a ways off, but you have to think about these things.
It'll be there like that. So this is like your reset. The theme for August is threshold, meaning like I can walk through this threshold, through this doorway, and give myself this new opportunity. There's a huge transit going on that weekend as well, and that's the other reason why we picked that specific date. So there's an enormous transit going on, so everybody will feel completely different after they're done. So hurry up, Maddie already got her spot. She got on there the first day immediately, so she's like, I'm not missing that. So, all right, I think that's it. Is there anything else, Paige?
There's a sound bath.
Oh, that's right. Next Wednesday night, because it is the full moon, Nancy's going to do a very special sound bath for the Wednesday night class, but it's just the regular class. So you get to come and have like extra juju, and it's not even like extra money. So there you go. Nice. You're welcome. Okay. So, all right, everybody. I'll see you all next week. Thank you. Bye.